All right, folks, welcome back to another week of Word of Mouth. Talking mental health, relationships, career goals, etc., etc. Y'all know the deal. Like and subscribe to our channel. Feel free to email us. The email's in the description if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or just need advice. So, what we're going to get into today is this video. It's been out for a little while, but it's about this young lady, essentially saying her husband or guy or whoever she's dealing with has to make double what she makes. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the video from the beginning. It's only a little snippet. You can find the video on YouTube. You just go ahead and type in what's it called, broke men, and she'll come up. So go ahead and get in that. So let's get into this.
If you're broke when I meet you, you don't stand a chance. Because
what's broke to you? What is it? Define broke.
You make less than double what I make.
Less than double.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a shit ton.
Okay.
But you should be making double what I make. That being said, it's because I've held broke men down. I've been played by broke men.
Okay.
And personally, it doesn't pay off. So I won't do it again. And it is what it is. It's not hard to find someone who makes twice what I make. I personally attract people who make like a whole spectrum. That being said, if you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is. And I reserve the right. If you're broke when I meet you, you don't stand a chance. Because
what's broke to you? What is define broke?
You make less than double what I make.
Less than double.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a shit ton.
Okay.
But you should be making double what I make. That being said, it's because I've held broke men down. I've been played by broke men.
Okay.
And personally, it doesn't pay off. So I won't do it again. And it is what it is. It's not hard to find someone who makes twice what I make. I personally attract people who make like a whole spectrum. That being said, if you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is. And I reserve the right.
Okay, so let's get on the topic of broke. I 100% agree with dating somebody that's not in the same tax bracket as you. If they're not in the same tax bracket as you, I suggest you do not date them, men or women, because y'all money talk is just different. I don't care how nice the person is, how good the person is. 9 times out of 10, y'all in this different tax brackets for good reasons. Well, I won't say good reasons, specific reasons. And I'm not talking when you like 18, 19, 20. I'm talking 25, 26, 27 and older, like around that time period. And I say that because, at least as a man, you're going to be held to the standard of being a provider and someone who can do this and do all these things. And to be honest, as an adult, you should be able to do that for yourself, man or woman. That's what you should be an adult. And I consider an adult at 25, you should be able to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be able to provide for yourself. And even within the standards of what's going on. Because, like, I just looked at something on Twitter where minimum wage 2010 was $7.25, and now again in 2020 it's still $7.25, but rent back then was $900. Rent now in most places an average is $1,500. So, and there's inflation in prices but no inflation in rent. So you gotta be a little more, I guess, understanding what people going through or whatnot. But like I said, I would suggest not to date people who aren't in your tax bracket. It comes with a headache that you may not even realize it comes with, because depending on who the person is, some of them will make you feel like you're responsible for what they got going on, and you're not. Some of them, like they I don't know, they may have like a slew of issues that usually, from my perspective, be self-inflicted or self-harm, but repeat the cycle. So that's what I would suggest. Don't date people who are not in your tax bracket. Now, to get into her, very pretty young lady, but You can tell she's been screwed over by men a lot, and I guess you could say broke men, because I mean, she says it's not hard to find somebody who makes double what she makes. So my guessing is she makes anywhere between 30 to 50,000. I think only 13%, 14% of the population make over 100,000. So she has to make somewhere around that time frame. And there's a longer clip to this video. I wish I could find it, but I couldn't. Well, I found the bits and pieces, but I couldn't find the whole thing together, where she says it's okay if a man who makes more than her belittles her and does her and treats her poorly because he makes more than her. That is not okay, ladies. It's never okay. It's never okay, men, just because one partner is more financially stable or secure than the other partner, that you belittle them or denounce them or do, just, for lack of a better term, butthole shit. Like, you just, what's in your wallet only matters to an extent. If you're not a good person, people are not going to deal with you regardless of what you got going on. So you can see the trauma and things she's been with dealing with broke men, and why she finds it acceptable to even take that type of treatment with wealthier men, because it's not okay. It's never okay to belittle somebody because they make less than you, you know. So that's my whole spiel and take on it. From my perspective, everything she got going on comes from a hurt place and not a understand, like, you know, having a man that makes double than her and doing this and do that. And this is just some advice for everyone. If you are not living with that person, don't pay their bills. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. From experience, do not pay bills for somebody you do not live with. Do not help them in that regard, because it's just, I guess it's just human nature, or maybe it's just a feel of being comfortable. You'll be giving people money or helping them out, but they still will expect you to take them on dates and buy them this and buy them that. But it's like, hold up, if I'm giving you $200, $300, $400+ towards your bills, or paying this and paying that, what makes you, what would expect you to still be able to go out and do, you know what I'm saying? Go out and go on trips and do that. It's really hard to balance both. You can, especially when you have your own bills, your own house, your own household. You know, if the bills are combined, it's easier, but you gotta think, if rent, on the average rent is $1,500 at one place and $1,500 at somebody else's place, and you're giving them $500, $600 a month, that's a lot of money, all things considered, for your average person to be giving somebody and still have their own bills to worry out, and then still want to be doing all this. So that, I just suggest, don't pay bills for people. Friends, family, just don't pay bills for them. Let them figure out on their own. Especially if you're dating somebody, you just stick to dating that person. Just don't pay their bills. And as far as her, I kind of feel bad for her, because, you know, she's been screwed over by a lot of guys. But even her mentality suggests to me that, what's the right way to put it? That she's just like this. Like, even if it was, she was dating a wealthier guy, she just has a disposition that would turn your average person off. And when you watch the longer video, if you decide to watch it, you'll see that she talk about men don't care about personality. Men don't care about this. We just care about a nice butt and some nice breasts and some face. In your younger years, that's all that matters for the most part. But once a guy gets about 25, 26, he's going to want somebody who, you know, can do things for themselves. Who's a functioning adult. Yeah, he's still gonna want a pretty woman. You're still gonna want somebody you're attracted to, but a lot of that, you'll essentially humble yourself a little bit, because again, you won't be the strapping young man you were at 25, 26 when you're 34, 35. You may still look nicer, but you won't, you know, you age. It happens. It's life. So the perspective she's talking from is a bit of trauma and a bit of just who she is. So, and I'm gonna suggest, ladies, if you have this type of mentality, you might want to fix it quick, or you're gonna be by yourself for a very long time, or you're gonna be in a lot of abusive relationships. And it doesn't always have to be somebody slapping you around. It could be a emotionally or financially abusive relationship. And that's another thing too. If you get with somebody who makes more money than you, or in a different tax bracket than you, that don't mean you slack off and try to use them either, because that's, I don't know how anybody's okay with that as a functioning adult. You should have goals, you should have dreams, you should have your own aspirations. That's not for somebody else. You shouldn't have to live vicariously through someone else to accomplish what you want in life. So with all that being said, just, stay positive, stay motivated, keep yourself intact, keep yourself in check, make sure your ducks are in a row before you talk about somebody else's. So like and subscribe to our channel, link down below. If you want to email us, have comments, questions, concerns, or just need advice. This is Word of Mouth. Peace.